Hello, wonderful viewers. Today, I've prepared a session that includes vocabulary words, their meanings, synonyms, and some questions and answers using those words. This will help you remember them more easily. Are you ready to practice? Let's get started.
Commute, to travel regularly between one's place of residence and work/school, travel, journey, transit, commute. How do you usually commute to work or school? I usually travel to work by bus. The journey takes around 30 minutes, but I enjoy the transit as it gives me time to relax. Sometimes, I commute by car on weekends. Excursion, a short trip or outing for pleasure, outing, trip, jaunt, expedition. Have you ever been on an excursion with friends or family? Yes, I went on an outing with friends last month. The trip was refreshing, and the whole jaunt to the countryside felt like a mini expedition to discover new places. Itinerary, a detailed plan or route of a journey or trip, schedule, program, agenda, plan. How important is it to have an itinerary when traveling? It's crucial for me to have a schedule when traveling. The program keeps everything organized, and without a clear agenda or plan, things could easily get chaotic. Transit, the act of passing through a place or on the way to another. Passage, transfer, travel, transport. What mode of transit do you prefer while traveling abroad? I prefer air passage as it's faster. However, for short distances, a train transfer or local travel works well. Sometimes, using public transport is more convenient. Navigation, the process or activity of accurately directing one's path or route, direction, guiding, orientation, steering. How do you ensure smooth navigation when you travel to unfamiliar places? I rely on GPS for direction. It helps with guiding me through cities, especially when I need quick orientation. Proper steering of my route is essential in unknown areas. Backpacking, traveling or hiking with a backpack, often for extended periods, trekking, hiking, adventure, wandering. What makes backpacking appealing to travelers? Trekking through nature while hiking with minimal gear adds a sense of adventure. The spontaneous wandering from one place to another is what truly excites most backpackers. Embark, to begin a journey, especially on a ship or a large undertaking. Start, set out, commence, launch. Can you tell me about a time when you had to embark on a major journey or project? I had to start a long journey to a new country last year. As we set out on the flight, I felt excited. It was a major move, so to commence such an adventure felt like a big launch. Voyage, a long journey, especially by sea or in space. Journey, expedition, trip, passage. Can you describe a memorable voyage you've been on? I once went on a long journey across the Atlantic. The expedition was thrilling, and I'll never forget the entire trip. The passage took several days, but the experience was worth it. Pilgrimage, a journey to a sacred place for religious reasons, religious trek, spiritual journey, sacred trip, devotional journey. Have you ever undertaken a pilgrimage, and how was the experience? I went on a religious trek to a sacred site. The spiritual journey was enriching, and the sacred trip helped me reconnect with my beliefs during that devotional journey. Customs, the official department that administers the rules regarding import, export, border control, immigration, security, inspection. How do customs regulations affect international travel? Border control is strict, especially in airports. Immigration procedures and security checks can be long, and sometimes the inspection process can lead to delays during travel. Souvenir, an item that is kept as a reminder of a person, place, or event. Keepsake, memento, token, remembrance. Do you usually bring back souvenirs from your travels? Yes, I always bring a keepsake from my trips. A small memento or token of the place serves as a beautiful remembrance of the journey and the experiences I had there. Charter, the hiring of a vehicle, especially an aircraft or boat, for exclusive use. Hire, rent, lease, reserve. Have you ever been part of a chartered flight or boat? Yes, I once hired a private yacht for a trip. It was expensive to rent, but the experience of leasing it was worth it. I'd love to reserve a chartered flight someday as well. Picturesque, visually attractive, especially in a quaint or charming way. Scenic, beautiful, charming, quaint, What do you find most picturesque about natural landscapes? I love the scenic views of mountains. They are incredibly beautiful, with their charming valleys and quaint little villages dotting the landscape. Amenities, useful features or services in a building or place, facilities, conveniences, services, comforts. How important are amenities when choosing accommodation during travel? Facilities such as gyms and pools make a stay more enjoyable. These conveniences along with other services like room service enhance the experience, providing essential comforts. Embargo, an official ban on trade or other commercial activity with a particular country. Ban, prohibition, restriction, blockade. How do embargoes impact international trade and tourism? Bans on trade can hurt economies, especially when travel prohibitions are involved. These restrictions often lead to fewer visitors, as a blockade makes movement in commerce difficult. All-inclusive, a vacation package where everything, food, lodging, activities, is included. Comprehensive, full package, all covered. Inclusive, do you prefer all-inclusive vacations, and why? Yes, I love comprehensive packages because they offer a full package deal. It's convenient to have everything all covered, and the inclusive nature makes it stress-free. Ecotourism, responsible travel to natural areas that conserves the environment. Sustainable travel, green tourism, nature-based, environmental tourism. How popular is ecotourism, and why do people choose it? Sustainable travel has grown in popularity because people want to protect the environment. Green tourism focuses on conservation, while nature-based and environmental tourism offer unique experiences. Expedition, a journey undertaken for a specific purpose, often exploring unknown regions. Exploration, quest, adventure, journey. Can you describe an expedition you have been part of? I joined an exploration of the Amazon forest. The quest was challenging, but it was an exciting adventure. This journey deep into the rainforest gave me new perspectives on nature. Disembark, to leave a vehicle, especially a ship or aircraft. Alight, get off, exit, step off. How do you feel when you disembark after a long journey? I usually feel relieved when I alight after a long flight. It's great to get off the plane, exit the airport, and finally step off into the fresh air of a new destination. Heritage, the cultural traditions, achievements, and history passed down through generations. Legacy, inheritance, tradition, ancestry. How important do you think heritage is in maintaining cultural identity? Heritage is crucial as it preserves our legacy. Through inheritance of values and tradition, we stay connected to our roots. It's a way to honor our ancestry and understand our origins. Multiculturalism, the presence and support for multiple distinct cultural groups within a society. Cultural diversity, pluralism, ethnic variety, cross-culturalism. How does multiculturalism benefit a society? Cultural diversity enriches society by bringing in new perspectives. Pluralism fosters harmony, and ethnic variety makes interactions interesting. Cross-culturalism broadens our worldview. Inclusion, the practice of ensuring people from all backgrounds and abilities are treated equally. Integration, involvement, participation, embracement. Why is inclusion important in modern workplaces? Integration ensures everyone feels valued. When companies promote involvement, participation increases. Embracement of diversity leads to stronger, more united teams. Assimilation, the process of taking in and fully understanding information or culture. Integration, absorption, adaptation, blending. How do immigrants manage the challenge of assimilation into a new culture? Immigrants often face the challenge of integration. The absorption of local customs takes time, and adaptation can be difficult. However, blending into society helps in feeling accepted. Diversity, a range of different things, often referring to variety in culture or backgrounds. Variety, range, heterogeneity, mixture. How does diversity improve the dynamics of a community? Variety brings different ideas and experiences, making interactions more vibrant. The range of perspectives adds depth to discussions, and heterogeneity creates a rich mixture of cultures. Ethnicity, the fact or state of belonging to a social group that has a common cultural tradition. Ancestry, heritage, race, cultural identity. how does ethnicity influence a person's identity? Ancestry shapes how we see ourselves and connect to others. Our heritage often informs our values, and race plays a role in how society views us. Overall, cultural identity gives us a sense of belonging. Social norms, accepted behaviors and beliefs that are expected within a society, customs, traditions, rules, expectations. How do social norms differ across cultures? In some cultures, customs require formality, while in others, casual interactions are common. Traditions shape how people behave, and each society has its own rules and expectations. Integration, the process of combining or incorporating different groups into a unified whole. Inclusion, assimilation, incorporation, blending. How can societies promote the integration of immigrants? By focusing on inclusion in schools and workplaces, societies can foster assimilation. Efforts toward incorporation of different cultural practices and blending help create a harmonious environment. Globalization, the process by which businesses or other organizations develop international influence or operate on an international scale. Internationalization, worldwide expansion, global integration, global networking. How has globalization changed modern societies? Internationalization has led to cultural exchange, while worldwide expansion of businesses has improved trade. Global integration and global networking have made the world more connected. Homogeneity, the quality or state of being all the same or similar. Uniformity, similarity, consistency, sameness. How does homogeneity affect cultural identity? Uniformity can dilute cultural identity, leading to a loss of similarity in traditions. The lack of consistency in practices often results in sameness, which may stifle diversity and creativity. Stereotype, a widely held but oversimplified idea of a particular type of person or thing. Preconception, generalization, cliché, typecast. How do stereotypes influence people's perceptions of others? Preconceptions can lead to unfair treatment. Often, generalizations about a group become a cliché that overshadows individuality, resulting in being typecast in society. Socialization, the process of learning and internalizing the values, beliefs, and norms of a society. Assimilation, integration, interaction, engagement. What role does socialization play in shaping an individual? Assimilation helps individuals blend into society by adopting its norms. Through integration, people learn from each other, while interaction and engagement with diverse groups enhance understanding. Acculturation, the process of adopting the cultural traits or social patterns of another group. Adaptation, integration, assimilation, incorporation. How does acculturation impact immigrant communities? Adaptation allows immigrants to feel at home in a new culture. Through integration, they blend their own customs, while assimilation may lead to a complete incorporation of local practices. Plurality, the state of being plural or having multiple components or elements. Multiplicity, variety, diversity, heterogeneity. How important is plurality in a multicultural society? Multiplicity enriches society, allowing for a wide variety of perspectives. Embracing diversity fosters creativity and innovation, and promotes heterogeneity that strengthens social cohesion. Tolerance, the ability or willingness to accept the existence of opinions or behavior that one does not necessarily agree with. Acceptance, open-mindedness, forbearance, patience. Why is tolerance essential in a diverse society? Acceptance of differing views leads to greater harmony. Open-mindedness allows for dialogue, while forbearance encourages patience with cultural differences and fosters understanding and respect. Discrimination, the unjust or prejudicial treatment of different categories of people or things. Inequality, prejudice, bias, unfairness. How does discrimination manifest in everyday life? Inequality often appears in hiring practices and social interactions. Prejudice can lead to negative stereotypes, while bias influences decisions, resulting in systemic unfairness in various sectors. Tradition, the transmission of customs or beliefs from generation to generation. Custom, heritage, practice, ritual. What role do traditions play in modern society? Customs provide a sense of belonging and identity. Heritage is celebrated during festivals, while practice keeps traditions alive. Participating in rituals helps maintain cultural continuity across generations. Diaspora, the dispersion of any people from their original homeland, expatriates, displacement, migration, dispersion. How does the diaspora influence cultural identity among communities? The expatriates often retain cultural ties to their homeland, while displacement can lead to a unique blend of identities. This migration creates a dispersion that enriches cultural diversity. Egalitarianism, the belief in the principle that all people are equal and deserve equal rights, equality, fairness, parity, justice. How does egalitarianism manifest in modern societies? Equality is promoted through policies that ensure fairness in opportunities. Achieving parity is essential for a just society, and the pursuit of justice is integral to this belief system. Justice, the concept of moral rightness based on ethics, law, and fairness, equity, righteousness, impartiality. Why is justice a crucial aspect of governance? Fairness ensures that everyone is treated equally under the law. Achieving equity in society is vital for righteousness, and the pursuit of impartiality in decisions strengthens public trust. Ethnocentrism, the belief in the superiority of one's own ethnic group, cultural superiority, nationalism, bias, prejudice. How does ethnocentrism affect interpersonal relationships? Cultural superiority can create divisions among people. This nationalism may foster a sense of pride but can also lead to bias against others, resulting in prejudice that harms social cohesion. Nationalism, a political ideology that emphasizes the interests of a particular nation, patriotism, national pride, sovereignty, independence. How does nationalism shape a country's identity? Patriotism fosters unity among citizens, while national pride encourages respect for cultural heritage. This sense of sovereignty is crucial for maintaining independence in global affairs. Magician, an entertainer who performs tricks and illusions using sleight of hand, illusionist, conjurer, sorcerer, wizard. Have you ever been impressed by a magician's performance? Yes, I've seen an illusionist perform amazing tricks that left the audience in awe. The conjurer had a unique style, and I was fascinated by how effortlessly the sorcerer created illusions. Curriculum, the subjects comprising a course of study in a school or college, course outline, educational program, study plan, syllabus. How important is a well-structured curriculum in education? A well-designed course outline is essential for effective learning. It helps students navigate the educational program, ensuring they cover the necessary material outlined in the study plan. Syllabus, an outline of the subjects in a course of study, curriculum, program outline, course plan, course framework. How do syllabi contribute to effective learning? Curriculum details the topics to be covered, while a clear program outline keeps students focused. The course plan also sets expectations, making it easier to follow the course framework. Dissertation, a long essay or thesis on a particular subject, especially for a doctoral degree. Thesis, research paper, treatise, monograph. What challenges do students face when writing a dissertation? Writing a thesis can be daunting due to extensive research required. Many struggle with organizing their research paper, while crafting a compelling treatise demands critical thinking. Faculty, the academic staff of a university or college, professors, instructors, educators, teaching staff. How do faculty members influence the learning environment in universities? Professors play a pivotal role in shaping the academic experience. Their guidance as instructors enhances knowledge, and dedicated educators foster a positive atmosphere among the teaching staff. Internship, a temporary position with an emphasis on on-the-job training, apprenticeship, work placement, traineeship, practicum. How beneficial is an internship for students entering the workforce? An apprenticeship provides invaluable experience, while a work placement helps students apply their skills. A traineeship allows them to learn from professionals, and a practicum enhances practical knowledge. Mentor, an experienced and trusted advisor or guide, advisor, coach, guide, counselor. What role does a mentor play in a student's academic journey? An advisor offers guidance tailored to a student's needs, while a coach helps develop specific skills. The guide provides support through challenges, and a counselor assists with personal development. Enrollment, the process of registering or being registered in a school or program, registration, admission, sign up, enrollment process. How does enrollment impact a student's educational experience? Registration opens the door to educational opportunities, while admission determines a student's access to resources. The sign-up process ensures proper documentation, making the enrollment process seamless. Literacy, the ability to read and write effectively, reading skills, writing ability, comprehension, literacy skills. Why is literacy important in today's society? Reading skills are crucial for understanding information, while writing ability allows effective communication. High comprehension levels are essential for success, as literacy skills underpin personal and professional development. Bilingual, able to speak 2 languages fluently, multilingual, dual language, polyglot, 2-language. How does being bilingual benefit individuals in a globalized world? A multilingual person can connect with diverse cultures, while dual language skills enhance communication. Being a polyglot opens up job opportunities, and knowledge of a 2-language system fosters cultural appreciation. Cognitive, related to mental processes such as perception, memory, and reasoning, mental, intellectual, psychological, thought-related. How do cognitive skills impact learning in students? Mental skills are essential for grasping new concepts, while intellectual capabilities enhance critical thinking. Improved psychological functions lead to better retention, making thought-related processes crucial in education. Scholarship, academic study or achievement, a grant or payment made to support a student's education, grant, fellowship, award, financial aid. How does scholarship impact students' educational opportunities? A grant can alleviate financial burdens, while a fellowship provides invaluable resources. Receiving an award for academic achievement can motivate students, and financial aid helps ensure access to education. Academic, relating to education, especially at the college or university level, scholarly, educational, instructional, collegiate. What qualities define an academic environment? A scholarly atmosphere fosters research and debate, while an educational focus encourages learning. Instructional methods are crucial for teaching, creating a collegiate environment that promotes intellectual growth. Research, the systematic investigation into and study of materials and sources, investigation, study, inquiry, examination. How important is research in advancing knowledge in various fields? Investigation drives innovation and discoveries, while rigorous study helps validate findings. Continuous inquiry leads to new theories, and examination of results fosters critical thinking in academia. Evaluation, the process of assessing or judging the quality or value of something, assessment, appraisal, review, analysis. How does evaluation contribute to the improvement of educational programs? Assessment provides insight into student performance, while appraisal of programs highlights strengths and weaknesses. A thorough review can inform curriculum changes, and analysis of data drives improvement. Pedagogy, the method and practice of teaching, especially in education, teaching method, instruction, educational theory, didactics. How does pedagogy influence student learning outcomes? Effective teaching methods can engage students, while innovative instruction fosters a deeper understanding. Well-developed educational theory shapes curriculum design, and didactics ensures effective communication of knowledge. Accreditation, the process of officially recognizing a school or program as meeting certain standards, certification, validation, authorization, approval. Why is accreditation important for educational institutions? Certification provides assurance of quality, while validation boosts institutional credibility. Authorization from relevant bodies enhances reputation, and approval helps attract students seeking recognized programs. Proficiency, a high degree of skill or competence in a particular area, competence, skillfulness, mastery, expertise. How does proficiency in a subject area affect a student's career prospects? High competence can lead to better job opportunities, while skillfulness in specific tasks enhances employability. Achieving mastery increases confidence, and developing expertise can open doors in competitive fields. Ideology, the system of ideas and ideals that forms the basis of economic or political theory, belief system, philosophy, doctrine, worldview. How does ideology shape individual perspectives on societal issues? A belief system influences personal values, while philosophy shapes critical thinking. Adhering to a particular doctrine can drive social movements, and one's worldview significantly affects their approach to global challenges. Melancholy, a deep, persistent sadness or gloom, sorrowful, dismal, gloomy, depressed. How do people typically cope with feelings of melancholy? Many individuals turn to creative outlets when feeling sorrowful, while others may seek companionship during dismal times. Engaging in activities that lift the gloomy atmosphere can also help alleviate feelings of being depressed. Euphoric, a state of intense excitement and happiness. Elated, joyful, overjoyed, ecstatic. What activities make you feel euphoric? I feel elated when I achieve a significant goal, and spending time with friends makes me joyful. Celebrating milestones often leaves me overjoyed, and participating in community events can make me feel ecstatic. Apprehensive, anxious or fearful about the future or a forthcoming event. Uneasy, worried, concerned, nervous. How do you deal with apprehensive feelings before an important event? I usually feel uneasy before public speaking, but I try to prepare thoroughly to alleviate my worried thoughts. Staying focused on the task at hand helps me feel less concerned and minimizes my nervous energy. Resentful, feeling bitterness or indignation at having been treated unfairly. Bitter, indignant, discontented, offended. What causes feelings of resentment in interpersonal relationships? Feeling bitter about unrecognized efforts can lead to resentment. People often feel indignant when treated unjustly, which can leave them discontented in relationships. Additionally, feeling offended can exacerbate these emotions. Indignant, feeling or showing anger or annoyance at what is perceived as unfair treatment. Irate, aggrieved, outraged, displeased. How do you react when you feel indignant about a situation? When I feel irate, I often seek to address the issue directly. I may feel aggrieved if my concerns aren't taken seriously, which can lead me to feel outraged about the injustice. Often, I express my displeased feelings to advocate for change. Outraged, a strong feeling of anger or shock, especially in response to perceived injustice. Furious, enraged, incensed, infuriated. How do you handle feelings of being outraged in difficult situations? When I feel furious, I try to take a step back to collect my thoughts. Feeling enraged can cloud judgment, so I aim to channel that energy constructively. If I'm incensed, I often discuss my feelings with someone to gain perspective and avoid being infuriated unnecessarily. Compassionate, feeling or showing sympathy and concern for others. Caring, benevolent, kind-hearted, empathetic. How important is it to be compassionate in today's society? Being caring is essential in fostering a supportive community. A benevolent attitude helps address social issues, while being kind-hearted can strengthen relationships. Overall, an empathetic society promotes understanding and unity. Exasperated, feeling intensely irritated or frustrated. Annoyed, irritated, frustrated, vexed. What causes people to feel exasperated in daily life? Common triggers for feeling annoyed include repetitive tasks and poor communication. When overwhelmed, one can become irritated, leading to a frustrated mindset. In such moments, people often feel vexed and seek relief. Reluctant, unwilling or hesitant to do something. Hesitant, unwilling, disinclined, resistant. How do you overcome reluctance when facing new challenges? When feeling hesitant, I remind myself of the benefits of stepping out of my comfort zone. Even if I'm unwilling at first, I often find motivation to push through my disinclined feelings. Embracing new experiences helps me combat being resistant. Content, satisfied and at ease, not wanting more. Satisfied, pleased, fulfilled, happy. What factors contribute to a person's sense of contentment? Achieving personal goals often leaves one feeling satisfied. Simple pleasures, such as spending time with loved ones, make me pleased and lead to a sense of being fulfilled. Ultimately, being happy with what I have fosters long-term contentment. Infuriated, extremely angry or enraged. Enraged, irate, furious, livid. How do people typically respond when they feel infuriated? When enraged, individuals often react impulsively. Those feeling irate may express their anger vocally, while being furious can lead to confrontation. People can also become livid if they believe their concerns are dismissed. Jubilant, feeling or expressing great happiness and triumph, joyful, elated, exultant, delighted. What moments in life make you feel jubilant? Achieving a significant milestone often makes me feel joyful. Celebrating with friends can leave me elated, while winning a competition makes me feel exultant. Ultimately, being delighted in those moments creates lasting memories. Pessimistic, having a tendency to see the worst aspect of things or believe that the worst will happen. Cynical, negative, gloomy, despondent. How does a pessimistic outlook impact decision-making? A cynical perspective can lead to poor choices due to fear of failure. Those with a negative mindset may overlook opportunities, while a gloomy outlook can hinder motivation. Ultimately, being despondent often results in missed chances for growth. Dismayed, feeling distressed or disillusioned, often due to an unexpected event. Alarmed, distressed, upset, disheartened. How do people typically react when they feel dismayed by a situation? When individuals feel alarmed, they may seek support from friends. Experiencing distressed emotions can lead to reflective thinking, while being upset often prompts conversations about feelings. Ultimately, people can feel disheartened but learn to move forward. Nostalgic, feeling sentimental about the past, often in a wistful or bittersweet manner. Sentimental, wistful, reflective, longing. What kinds of memories make you feel nostalgic? I often feel sentimental when reminiscing about childhood vacations. Certain songs evoke wistful memories, and looking through old photos makes me reflective. Ultimately, a sense of longing for those simpler times creates deep emotional connections. Envious, feeling discontented or resentful, longing for someone else's possessions or qualities. Jealous, covetous, resentful, green-eyed. How do you handle feelings of envy towards others? When feeling jealous, I remind myself of my own strengths. Instead of being covetous, I strive to celebrate others' successes. While it's natural to feel resentful, I focus on self-improvement and avoid being green-eyed over achievements. Ecstatic, feeling or expressing overwhelming happiness or joy. Elated, overjoyed, thrilled, jubilant. What experiences make you feel ecstatic? I feel elated when I achieve my goals, and receiving good news often leaves me overjoyed. Celebrating special occasions can make me feel thrilled, while sharing joyful moments with friends fills me with jubilant energy. Despondent, feeling hopeless or in low spirits, often due to a loss of confidence. Disheartened, dejected, discouraged, gloomy. How do people typically cope when they feel despondent? When feeling disheartened, individuals may seek support from friends or family. Those who are dejected often find solace in engaging in hobbies, while a discouraged mindset can lead to introspection. Ultimately, being gloomy may inspire a search for positivity. Ambivalent, having mixed feelings or contradictory ideas about something. Uncertain, mixed, conflicted, torn. How do ambivalent feelings affect decision-making? When feeling uncertain, individuals may hesitate to commit. Those with mixed emotions often weigh pros and cons extensively, while feeling conflicted can lead to paralysis in decision-making. Ultimately, being torn may require additional time for reflection. Skeptical, having doubts or reservations about something. Doubtful, suspicious, distrustful, wary. What makes you feel skeptical about certain situations? I often feel doubtful about promises that seem too good to be true. When encountering unfamiliar claims, I can become suspicious, leading me to investigate further. My distrustful nature serves as a protective mechanism, making me wary of potential pitfalls.